Fraser, we're back. Joga Bonito. It's not off the airwaves. We've had a week off.
We have.
But we're back for another episode. Today, we are going to be choosing our SPFL All-Stars. And for this, we're not just looking at the top of the game. We're not choosing your Callum McGregors and your James Taverniers or Taverniers, however you want to say it. None of that nonsense. We're going through the SPFL, pound for pound, choosing our best players. But first and foremost, how are you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, thank you. Yeah, not too bad. It's been a lovely couple of weeks.
The
nights are getting longer, or shorter, sorry. The nights are getting shorter. The days are getting longer.
The days are getting longer.
I'm getting brighter.
Yeah?
Inside and out.
The freckles are coming out?
Freckles are coming out. And I'm more positive about life.
That's good.
Air United won.
Air United winning always helps, yeah.
Through to a semi-final for the first time in a long time.
By the way, this bracket is exciting up. Rafe Rovers on one side, Air on the other.
We can't bottle this.
I know.
It's
in the script.
It is in the script. It would be devastating if it didn't come off. But anyway, we're not looking too far ahead. One game at a time. But yeah, it's been a nice couple of weeks, but it's good to be back. Callum, how are you? That's the question.
I'm very well, thank you.
What the fans want to know is, Callum, how are you?
How am I in general, or...?
In general, but also in your career.
Yeah, well, I've started a new job since we last recorded, Fraser.
You have, right?
At a full-time position with Rafe Rovers Football Club. I believe the job title is Digital Marketing Executive.
Yes, I believe that as well.
That was what was on the contract.
That's what was in the Rafe Rovers tweet that went out to 29,000 people on Twitter.
And we did have a few concerned messages, or maybe people, crossing their fingers saying, is this the end of the podcast?
Please.
Please, finally. It's not, I'm afraid. We are still going to be recording just as much Joga Bonito as we ever have, hopefully. We've been coming up to 50 episodes as well. And we're going to keep going. We'll get to 100 before you know it.
That is a point,
yeah, we're flying ahead. So no stopping here. And very excited to start the new job. I was started last week. So
very well deserved.
Thank you very much. In at Starts Park every day. So it's been a different experience. There might be a little bit less Rafe Rovers chat on the podcast. I think that might be what we need to sort of start this off with,
Is that?
That's not, but I'd feel a bit bad. I was sat down having the end of my lunch yesterday, for example. Dougie Emery sits down next to me, and if I've gone on a podcast and said, "What's Dougie up to? Why is he waited that long to make a sub? What's he doing with his formations? He might not be that happy with me. I don't know. It's not like we had that much influence here, but it's not something I fancy doing.
Yeah. Well, just before we enforce that rule, can we just talk about the viral TikTok that has gone global?
See again, I see Ewan Wilson walking around again. I feel, I'm sure Ewan. If you've not seen it, Ewan Wilson's attempted cross.
Yeah, we've all done it. I've done it multiple times. I'm sure you've done it, Callum.
I have indeed.
Professional football players will have done it.
Tripping over, sort of sending across in a way to Green at Morton. I hadn't realised it picked up 3 million views.
3.2 million. Honestly, that's astonishing. It's a funny video, and fair play to the girl saying that's how she's spending her Valentine's Day. It's good stuff. It's good content. But I thought that's the kind of video, pick up 40, 50,000 around like Scottish football circles. This has gone global. Like, who are the 3 million people that are watching Ewan Wilson trip over his own feet at Capel at the weekend?
It's not fair. He had a solid performance, another clean sheet for Rafe. He didn't really put a foot wrong in the performance apart from those 2 feet at that one moment in time. And
Instagram versus reality, isn't it? Reality was good performance. Instagram was.
I was still filming pitch side for this one, and I was about a yard away from him when this happened, and he let out the biggest. He wasn't happy after it happened, believe it or not. So
well, there's a few different sort of reactions you can have to that. I think either you get up and you sort of laugh it off, try and be the cool guy, like, oh, it's fine, or you
just be honest, just be annoyed. He was raging.
You'd be gutted. But who knows? It's put Ewan Wilson on the map for 3.2 million people on this planet and rising.
I suppose so. Yeah. So maybe not for the right reasons.
I enjoyed that for it. Light-hearted, and I'm sure he'll come back.
Yeah, otherwise in Scottish football around the place, as you mentioned, Ayr United through to semi-final, dramatic fashion. You'll be facing Inverness in that. We've got Airdrie next week. You confident you'll make it?
No, not at all. But I'm not confident. But Inverness are obviously a very good team. The Bav is back at Somerset Park.
Yeah.
He'll be looking to right some wrongs. So that's a difficult tie. But it was never not going to be at this stage in the tournament. Semi-final of Challenge Cup, you'd expect to have a good quality championship team, or a team flying in League 1 or League 2. So we've got Inverness, probably a championship quality team, so could go either way, but Ayr United looked decent for large spells of the game yesterday. They got a good goalkeeper. Really enjoying Max Thompson and the impact he's had. So, yeah, I think we've got a really good chance. First time since 2008, I believe, we've been in the KDM semi-final. Completely lost the name there. Champions League. I
love the KDM trophy. It's like I said, it's the best cup competition in world football. I'll stand by it.
This season as well with the new league phase.
Well, we're not in it, so
it does.
I'd maybe say differently if we were in it, but I tell you what, it's been good for stat padding for some League 1 and League 2 players like Zimba and Inverness. 20 goals this season will probably end on because of that thing. So
that game against Dumbarton, but
yeah,
I mean, it's for us selfishly so exciting because if you guys go and beat, is it away?
We've got Airdrie on Wednesday night next week. So
whereabouts? Kirkcaldy
away, which is tough,
away.
but
it's tough. But yeah, we've got Inverness at home. You get Airdrie away. If you come through that, we come through that. That's a Joga Bonito dream right there.
I know. So, but honestly, this competition has given me some of my favourite memories as a Ray fan. We've got to 3 finals, in sort of the last 10 years. John Baird. I've actually got a programme sitting on the table here. Partick Thistle away. Great win. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day win. Regan Hendry, Kieran Bowie. Sort of memories of that one. Against the final, it was never played against Inverness as well. That would be a replay if there was that game in the final. The game that never happened. But memories, we've got to 2 finals as well. 1-1, lost the other, but the cup win, it was in Airdrie against Queen of the South. One of my favourite memories as a Ray fan, and hopefully a few more to come as well because I love this competition. Why do you not want a bit of silverware?
It's great. I've been to a Challenge Cup final before.
Was it Queen of the South you were at?
Queen of the South Partick Thistle at Almond Vale.
Yep.
And it was a brilliant. It was fantastic. Lee Robinson heroics in the penalty shootout.
So yeah, otherwise I'm buzzing to hopefully get that. I did go and watch one other game of football this week, Fraser.
Yes.
I went along to Fourth Bank Tuesday night in the freezing cold. Got back from my day of work, 9 to 5 these days. Got back. I was like, you know what? I'll spend my evening doing. Because I thought if I went into the flat, I'd just end up doing odd jobs. I'd clean the kitchen, put my clothes away in the wardrobe. I couldn't be bothered. I was like, I'm going to go to the bank. Screw that. I'm going to go and enjoy my Tuesday night. And so I've got a Stirling Albion hat. I put that on, go down, sort of pretend I'm a Stirling Albion fan.
Pretend you're Matthew the Pie kid.
I know, I'll look out for him the next game, maybe have a word. But a good word, that is, not a bad word. I'm going to have a word with him. Love his content, Matthew, if he's ever...
we do love it.
Ever hears from us. But not the most entertaining evening as well. Entertaining for a Clyde fan. 3-0 win for them. Stirling looking in all sorts of bother. They've had a few sort of pumpings at home this season. So concerning. It was Ryan Shanley, Russell McLean up front as well. Spoke about the two of them. I don't know sort of how you describe how the two of them play. They're so isolated from the rest of the team. And it's sort of get the ball up to them and try and get players around them. They're playing a diamond. We had a talk about a diamond before we started recording. Didn't really work out as planned, and Clyde, they were very impressive. They look good for the playoffs. I think they'll be a force in the playoffs as well. In a one-off game, they could beat anyone. Logan Dunnicky at the back, he looks a unit.
You think playoffs?
Yeah, they'll finish in the playoffs.
Well, no, I don't think that's a debate, but
I think that'll be a match for anyone in it. Yeah,
I'm saying, are they out of the title race?
I think that top 2 might just be a bit too much to build up,
yeah.
But in some terms of consistency. But one-off games, we're big Stranraer fans as well. But Logan Dunnicky at the back, Scott Williamson scored a lovely goal as well. Marley Redfern's a player I enjoy watching. Andy Murdoch in midfield as well, of course, who you know. Yeah. But they were solid. But Stirling won. I'd summarise the front 2 of Shanley and Russell McLean. Russell McLean's probably the one player in League 1 when you're winning and he's playing well. I'd probably want no other player. Big 6'4" striker up there with a bit of technique. When you're losing, oh my god, I don't want him anywhere near my team because the two of them are up there sort of playing. When you see videos of people on a Brazilian beach, like in Rio de Janeiro, and they're flicking the ball up to each other, and they make it look so easy. Or the ball's flying around the place. That's kind of how the two of them play.
That'll be you in Miami, and
I can barely do 3 keepy uppies when I do that. I'm alright at keepy uppies, but when you flick at someone else, that's my that's my kryptonite. Yeah, that's kind of how the two of them play. It sometimes works out. Half the time they lose the ball. It's a lot of fancy flicks, and then Clyde just got the ball, one long ball up. Scott Williamson, a couple of little shimmies, scores. It just makes it look so easy, and that is football at the end of the day, isn't it? So Stirling, they're probably lucky they're not going to get sucked into things at the bottom, but can't quite see them making the playoffs, unfortunately, this season. But that's how I spent my Tuesday night. Had a nice pie at half time. So
lovely.
Yeah, nice steak pie.
Not bad. You not fancy a wee trip along to Falkirk Stadium, no?
Nah, I thought I'd stay local, you know.
Your second team.
Sort of are in the SPFL, yeah. Well, nothing wrong with that. So, Fraser, we're here to do our All-Stars. Do you have anything to add to this intro, or should we just jump straight into it?
Not at all, other than just, do you have a nice Valentine's Day? Good Valentine's Saturday?
Spent it watching you and Wilson fluffing crosses, you know, so...
Of course.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. But
yeah,
I don't know if you had anything you wanted to talk about your Valentine's Day, or...
I watched the rugby.
Of course, the rugby as well. I listened on the radio on the way back, yeah.
No United match at the weekend, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, got my brown brogues on and...
Barber jacket.
My barber jacket and went watched rugby. It was great. Loved it.
You weren't there, were you?
No,
you weren't there. Yeah.
No, I wish I was.
Could have had a few tins of beer there as well.
No, yeah, exactly. Before we move on, debate, who does it better? Flower of Scotland, Murrayfield or Hampden?
It's not a debate, it is Hampden.
I saw that debate did take place on
I've seen that
on
debate.
the timeline at the weekend, but...
I think quickly on that one, the thing is, Scotland... Football was obviously kind of ripped off the Piper cutting off halfway.
Yeah.
And I love it. That's my favourite way they do Flower Scotland at Hampden. But I think Scotland fans at the football still do it better. It's a bit more passionate. It's a bit too polite.
Well, that was the argument that was put forward, but the counter argument to that is that football fans are a mile out of time, which is also quite accurate.
It's not a choir, is it? You know?
No, of course. So I think the passion. It's beautiful at Murrayfield.
It's lovely.
They're really, it's lovely. But
in tune.
Yes, yeah. It's a polite.
How do you sing it if you're a Scotland game at Hampden? I sort of just scream it. Yeah, you sort of just shout it as loud as you can. I'm not worried about being in time. Yeah,
it does seem like everyone in the crowd at Murrayfield sort of warmed up their vocal cords before they've got into the stadium, ready for a beautiful rendition, which is lovely, and it really it's spine tingling. Yeah, but yeah, it's just. I would give it to Hampden.
I'd give it to Hampden.
But they both did it beautifully.
Well, good we've settled that debate for once and for all. That's a line under that one.
Everyone can move on from it.
No one's going to talk about that one ever again. Should we jump into our All-Star selections?
Let's do it.
All right, run the intro.
You're a long way from home. This is Brazil.
James McFadden scores for Scotland. The afternoon belongs to Lewis Vaughan. Make it 3. It's 3-0.
So Fraser, the reason we're doing the All-Star selections today, there is a reason. It's not just we've not just plucked this out of random. We'd never do that here at Joga Bonito. It's because the weekend just past there was the NBA All-Star break. Fraser, I don't think you're much of an NBA fan yourself.
Not massively. Obviously, I'm aware of what it is.
You've heard of it?
I know what sport it is.
Yep. Do you know what it stands for?
Nobody balls at all. National Basketball Association.
Perfect, well done. And the All-Star break is a time when you get, I think it's 15 players from the East, 15 players from the West, and you bring them together and they play the worst game of basketball anyone's ever played because the European players don't seem to care about it and no one wants to get injured, basically.
Love that. I love that from the Europeans.
So it's just a bunch of layups, sort of, basically. I think Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, who was on my T-shirt here,
very nice, yeah.
3-time MVP, I think, of the league. When I got this on my trip to Denver when I saw the Nuggets play live.
Nice.
Well, good little shout out for the Denver Nuggets there. I think they ended the game with like 2 points cumulatively.
Oh.
So
what, Jokic and
Doncic, yeah, because they don't really care about the All-Star game too much.
2 points between them?
I think so, yeah.
That's atrocious.
Like one attempted shot.
Who does Jokic support, do you know?
In terms of
football, you must be a big Red Star Belgrade fan. Or
he's actually into horse racing. He loves horses. Doncic is Real Madrid. Because he played for Real Madrid's basketball team.
Oh, right.
So he's loved by them as well.
I will give him.
So anyway, the All-Star team is selected. Now we are, as I mentioned at the start, we're not just picking James Tavernier, we're not picking Callum McGregor. We are doing a pound for pound. Well, Callum McGregor might come up. We're doing a pound for pound selection here, right the way from the top of the SPFL down to League Two, and we've got some good names to come up here, and we've split this up. Fraser, you're our West delegate here.
Yep.
Of course, you wouldn't want anything else.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't bet on anything but the East. So we've split Scotland in the middle. Been a bit controversial here.
Yeah,
We'll come to this. In terms of Central Belt, though, we've sort of cut off, I'd say about Stirling, sort of the cut off, isn't it? And then Airdrie, Cumbernauld is going on the West. Stirling, Forth Valley is going on the East.
Yeah, because I don't know if you actually look at a map, is Airdrie maybe more East than Stirling? But Airdrie's got more West vibes.
West vibes, okay, yeah.
So we're kind of going on vibes.
And if anyone wants to complain about the rules, Don't bother, because we're not going to change.
Contact our managers.
Yeah, contact the boss. Yeah, contact producer Jack or something like that. Yeah, just bombard him with emails about your complaints, because we've come to realise no matter how we format something on Joga Bonito, someone will complain.
Yeah, rightly so. Listen, we're open to criticism, you know.
Yeah, I mean sometimes we're a mile off it as well. Yeah. But stuff like this is open to interpretation. So sorry to anyone from the east or the west if you feel like you've been put on the wrong side. But I'm not happy about one particular city in this country that's been allocated to the east, but we'll come to that. We could just address it now. Like Inverness, it's literally on the east coast, Fraser. It's on the east coast.
It's in line with Glasgow.
The water. It's on the east water, right? The water on the east.
Yeah, but
I think you have to say Inverness.
In terms of the west side of Scotland,
I see your debate as well.
Yeah, but I'll accept it, because I would say Inverness probably has more east vibes as well. It does, probably. So if we're going off the vibes criteria, then
this is all just a dumb vibes, like everything here on this podcast, right? Fraser, I think you're going to start us off. Who is your first League Two player that is getting themselves into the All-Star team?
This player is an all-star League Two player, John Robertson.
John Robertson. I mean, what a season this guy's had as well. He's shown that he's got the quality, probably to play at whatever level he wants. Tell us about John Robertson.
Yeah, wonderful foot, can score from anywhere, really. Technically good. Got an eye for goal. He is just, I feel like he's maybe playing below his level, really.
21 goal contributions in 23 games in the league this season.
Many.
Yeah. So that's 14 goals, 7 assists. League's lead in both stats. I think it's probably the easiest all-star pick we might actually have in this whole thing. But that left foot, I don't know how people just fall for it every time.
Well, it's like,
I guess Iron Robin did it, didn't he?
Exactly. Sometimes you can know something's going to happen, but you can't do anything about it.
Just inevitable, isn't it?
It's inevitable. And I would say John Robertson is the Iron Robin of Scottish League 2. But he's a phenomenal player. I should really just let you, because I don't think there's anyone who's more in love with John Robertson's left foot than Callum Rattree.
So
I should really leave it to you to set this out for me.
Yeah.
But no, he's a fantastic player. He's a great focal point. He's kind of almost a wee bit Wayne Rooney-esque, is that?
He's sort of maverick, isn't he? Yeah.
He's got that. He's similar build. He's got the technique. He can pick up the ball from 50 yards from goal and make something of it. He can score the tap in. He takes penalties. He does it all. So, he's a big reason for why East Kilbride are where they are.
Yeah.
In the league,
and he makes it in despite sort of tabloid news, I suppose, in recent times as well. But you can't look past the goal contributions.
Yeah,
so.
we don't consider that for our East and West All Star.
No, that's not came into our selection for us to say. No. John Robertson, though, a player that East Kilbride, it kind of looks like they obviously got absolutely scudded by Spartans 6-0 at home, but they're not going away in this title race. Big reason of that is John Robertson. There's a lot of quality left throughout that squad. John Robertson, though, a player maybe. Could be playing League One football, maybe Championship football, maybe. Certainly in quality he's got. Maybe it depends which way his head's screwed on, I suppose, at times. But if he fancies it, he's certainly got the quality, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, for sure. He's a very, very good player. East Kilbride have sort of got back in. You mentioned there they had a tricky sort of run of fixtures, but they're 4 in the bounce. Mm-hmm. They've got a good win away from home against Annan Athletic, who...
Huge win.
I think their form kind of slipped under the radar.
They've taken some good results against East Kilbride this season as well. I think Willie Gibson's Mick Kennedy getting his hands on Willie. Did you see that? No. We won't go down that one. But East Kilbride's media, that was their sort of tag for it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I missed that.
I'm not engaging with that. No, that's got too much engagement already.
Has it?
Yeah.
See, do I like it? Not sure.
Not sure.
But if it gets the club engagement, then we're all for it, and that's good. But
I'm not sure. I wouldn't really want that engagement around my club.
No,
my manager getting his hands on a willy. Each their own, I suppose. But
well, if it brings another signing in through the money that they get on X, it's worth it, I guess. But they're in good form. They're now. Sorry, I'm just mid-analysis looking up stats. They've played 2 more games than Spartans, 2 points ahead, so I would say that's a good position to be in considering where they were, and by no means are Spartans guaranteed to win their 2 games in hand, so it's a great title race. And John Robertson, as you say, 14 goals, 7 assists this season. in 23 matches for East Kilbride has been a big contributing factor to that. So I think, pound for pound, he comes into this West team for the All-Star game and he would cause it. Absolutely cause it.
I would bring the entertainment. My one pick then, only one player making it into League Two, into the East team here, but a name that has to be on there is Mark Stowe. We've been talking about the Spartans there. Stowe, he's been in great form as well. 13 goals this season. Only John Robertson scored more than him. But another player I just love watching play and attack. You know, they've got quite a few attacking players at Spartans. A little bit maybe of change of play style as well. They've gone away from Blair Henderson this season, and it's almost like other guys flourish a little bit more. Cammy Russell's always been one of my favourite players at the Spartans as well. But Mark Stowe, as you say, those goals he's got is an incredible achievement, and he's shown no signs of slowing down. Spartans ran Dundee United close as well in the Scottish Cup. Shame for them, they couldn't quite get the result.
Got on the score sheet as well.
Got on the score sheet in that game too. So, yeah, he's had a great season. I don't think he actually started away at Dundee United. Came on off the bench, I believe. You can prove me wrong in 1 second here.
No, I'm proving you right.
Proving me right.
Phenomenal. But yeah, no, he didn't start, but
came on.
Brilliant player.
And obviously he's got quality, and some of the goals he's scored this season have been lovely as well. And Spartans definitely worthy of a name on this, because I think they've been the most consistent team in League Two, as the league table would show. And I think Mark Stowe has been the main reason for that.
Yeah, certainly. Contributed a lot of goals to their sort of promotion push. And yeah, he's one of those, pound for pound, one of the best players in Scottish football this season. So yeah, I'll give you that one, Callum.
Thank you very much.
I think he would strike some fear into the defensive players in my squad, which I will come to later.
Perfect. All right. We should, I don't know if we said at the start, we've got 10 players coming up each in this. It's been some tough cuts in this one.
There have.
That's my one League Two player. My sort of honourable mention here, Innes Lawson at Edinburgh City. I think obviously you look at there's not too much point talking about the true league table, but Edinburgh City would be up in 4th place as well. So I think they deserve a shout out for the amount of points they've got this season. Innes Lawson was going to be my shout for this one as well. Another just, Edinburgh City have so many players that are quality on the ball, play an attacking, bright style of football. Defensively, they've had certainly a few mishaps this season, but Innes Lawson's a player I love watching play. Scored some brilliant goals as well. You know, this is Joga Bonito. We love lovely goals, attacking players. Robbie Mann as well, shout out to his good self as well. Made that move to Wales. We maybe would have made it in if he was still at City. But he has made that move. So he's not on my list. Fraser,
Yep.
League Two, do you want to finish this off?
Yep. There's only one place, one part of Scotland that we can go for this.
This is no surprise here.
And this is down the west coast. The wee nuke of Stranraer. I could pick any one of their 15, 20 players in the squad, but I'm going for Don Plank.
Yeah.
Shout out to Darren Lang. I do apologise to Bang Bang.
That's a big miss there, Darren Lang.
It is. I've gone for Don Plank. I just think he's more all-star.
Yeah, he does. He does really sort of scream all-star, doesn't it? Everything about him, the hair, the play style.
Yeah, Darren Lang has been in phenomenal form in the last few months. Wasn't really doing too much at the start of the season, so I think just taking full season, Don Plank, I think he could go on to big things.
I would be shocked if he's already on Championship radars for Loans next season as well. Yeah,
I would hope he is, because he's earned it. His performances are fantastic. He's a hugely technical player, like just gorgeous to watch. I think in an All-Star game, you're talking about the NBA. You know, an All-Star game's a little bit, it's more relaxed.
Quite flashy.
A little bit flashy.
Yeah.
There's no man better for that than Don Plank.
I love watching him play. I think he's added a bit of vavavoom to that Stranraer team that was already a good team, but since he came in, they've really kicked on another level.
With his socks down, Jack Grealish style.
Yeah.
Just silky player, can play out,
Glides.
in the wide, glide in, cut in, shoot, score from whatever angle, 20, 30 yards, you name it. Gorgeous footballer. So yeah, he makes it into my West squad from League Two. Just
Are you even trying to model your hair on him a wee bit as well?
I've been trying for months, Cal.
Don Plank's influence is crazy.
Yeah.
It knows no limits, does it? So
If I could play like Don Plank, I would. But I can't.
just gone for the hair.
So I just have to go for the hair. But yeah,
I'm liking the hair.
brilliant player.
Right, League Two. What a division it's been. I think it's actually turned out as Joga Bonita's gone on throughout the season to be our favourite division.
League Two, without a
Keep an
shadow
eye
of a
on.
doubt. Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, you'll say.
However, the doubt is only coming from the sheer quality of the Premiership title race.
But
League Two,
League
both
Two.
ends of the. I just don't. You've started me now, but the league, the title challenge from both East Kilbride and Spartans, Clyde are still thereabouts. Stranraer out of nowhere, one of the best footballing teams in the league. Then you've got 3 or 4 teams in that sort of, will they get relegated? Will they actually make the playoffs? Then you've got the Barton versus Edinburgh City, when Edinburgh City are arguably one of the best teams in the league, but they might go down. It's just, there's story after story throughout the league. Anyone can beat anyone. East Kilbride losing 6-0 to Spartans. It's phenomenal.
It's crazy.
I love it. If you've not kept up to date with it, it's not too late.
League 2 is the one to look into, and full of talented players as well. Like,
exactly.
So many good players to watch in that league. Should we move on to League 1 then?
Let's do it.
I'll go first then. So I've said to you on this podcast already, I think one of the pound for pound best teams in the SPFL this season has been Stenhousemuir. I'd say this pound to pound thing, you're probably looking at Motherwell might just take the title for that. Partick Thistle up there, Steny are there as well, you know, and I think they've been such a good team this season, such a unit. And I had 3 players. I was thinking my Stenhousemuir pick, and I was really close to giving them 2. I've just gone for 1, and we wanted a bit of a spread on our positions on this as well. We've got goalkeepers, we've got defenders, we've got attackers recognised in this. So I've gone for the heart of their defence, Gregor Buchanan.
Exactly. Goal scorer
as well, yeah.
Goal scorer,
Threat in both boxes, yeah.
Yeah, so I think any defender that's scoring goals and not conceding goals has to be in the reckoning for plaudits.
I mean, if Gregor Buchanan wasn't in there, Darren Jameson easily could have been my goalkeeper. And I think the 2 of them have been such stalwarts of what Steny have done well in the last couple of years, is that they've clearly led by Gary Naismith as well, who's done such a good job with Stenhousemuir. They've got that core, and it's really starts from the back with a brilliant goalkeeper and DJ, as they call him there, of course,
DJ.
And Gregor Buchanan just in front of him, wearing the captain's armband, a real leader, speaks really well, I think, as well, you know, off the pitch, but on the park, plays like a leader and just such a solid player at the back. He'll head anything away that comes into the box, and that sort of frees up the guys in front of him to play. I don't know how he's not made my all-star team, Fraser. Ollie White was my nearest cut, and I feel really bad for not having him in there. It's probably just because I had a Steny player, and I didn't want to put too many in. Ollie White, on loan from Motherwell. I've said to you, I think he could jump into the Motherwell first team at some point, most definitely, yeah. Got goals in his game as well, midfield, such drive. And for a player that's gone in on loan, really embraced what the club's all about. You can see that in the way he plays. And then up top as well, recent player of the month, Matty Aitken, comes close as well. Attackers, I don't want to fill it up too much. Another player that's had a great season. Part of that core at Steny, but Gregor Buchanan is my all-star pick, and he's going to go and represent Steny at All-Star Weekend.
Lovely. I can't argue with that at all. He'll keep you guys ticking away there at the back, contribute in attack as well. So, yeah, brilliant player.
Where do you think All-Star Weekend should be hosted? It was
Well, it has to be kind of Stirling, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't have to. I think it was it Utah this year for the NBA? I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong. They move it around every year. So obviously, I think it's Phoenix next year. Yeah. I know that.
I think with it being the first season, you know, it's got to be a smaller stadium because we don't know how popular it will be, and then maybe can work our way up to Hampden one season. But yeah, I would like to see it maybe at a Falkirk Stadium or.
I think Stranraer. I'd like to give it to them.
Park?
Yeah. Get the commentary team in.
Yeah. I mean, especially with Dom
production value. This.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Stranraer. That's where All-Star Weekend would be getting hosted if I was up.
Well, if we're doing it at Stair Park, then I might need to chuck Darren Lang in. You can't not.
As one of the home favourites, yeah, you'd have to do that. League One though, have you got some players to come up for us here? What we did actually realise in this is that League One is a very East-dominated league.
it's something that you don't consider until you have to consider it.
I suppose the club secretaries, sort of doing all the travel planning for the players, are probably well aware if they're one of the teams on the West. But yeah, only 2.
Which is why I'm even more incensed that I never got Inverness. I've only got 2 teams to choose from in League One. They're good teams though, thankfully, so I can't complain too much. Queen and South and Hamilton are the 2 teams that I can choose from, and I have represented both clubs.
You love to see it.
Indeed.
You love to see it.
You went up the Optus.
I did go up the Optus, yeah.
But from the team banging form, or they have been in really good form of late, is Kai Kennedy from Queen and South. Don't mind it at all. He's kind of went off the boil for a wee while in this season. Maybe took him a little bit of time to sort of find form again, but with 6 goals, 5 assists, thank you, Statman. He's having a good season. Queen and South are having a good season. There's an argument for other players, other Dunhamers, to make the list, you've got Liam Smith, of course, having a good season.
Liam Smith, he's one of my favourite players to watch as well. Like on the other, if you've got Kai Kennedy on one wing, Liam Smith on the other, two of them love to get the ball, take a man on, very Joga Bonito. But I'll give you Kai Kennedy with the numbers he's picked up as well.
Yeah, and then shout out, of course, to Matty Douglas. We like a goal scoring centre back, and yeah, his upturn in form has kind of coincided with the team's upturn in form as well. So yeah, they could yet have a really good season Queen of the South, and I think Kai Kennedy is a central player to that if they're going to go up.
It's just good to see him be fit and get a run in a team and really be, you can tell he'll be appreciated in that team, the quality he's got. So
yeah, because we previewed League One at the start of the season like we did with every league, and I think he was the player that I sort of picked out as key player to watch. Was kind of let down by that prediction or suggestion in big parts of this season, but I think now his quality's starting to show, and if he's playing well, I mean his ceiling is higher than League One. So yeah, great player, and I think with my sort of philosophy for my West roster, I think he fits in nicely. He's alongside Don Plank, John Robertson. That's
ballers, man.
Maverick.
You've got ballers here. Yeah, technical play in this team is phenomenal. Shall I move on to my next League One pick?
You may, yeah.
So, the best team in the league, in League One this season, I'm going to put my money on the table. Said at the start of the year, I'm sticking to it now. Inverness are going to win the league. They are the best team. They're the best unit. A few players I thought about here. Firstly, a bit of news to address. Alfie Babbage apparently not getting a new contract at Aberdeen. Yeah, I was a bit surprised at that. You're scrunching up your face. I was a bit surprised to see that because he's been lighting up in terms of getting the goals and, well, obviously stat padded a bit of that game against Dumbarton, but
I don't know. I guess maybe they're just thinking he's not ready. He's not going to have an impact.
It's a big jump. It's a big jump.
But yeah, it seems odd for now. Maybe if he had another year in his contract, they'd look to loan him out and see how he gets on before. I guess maybe they've just got to that point. How old is he now? 19, 20? Mm-hmm. It's maybe getting to that stage where they're thinking he's not ready made for the first team. Do they want to give him a contract or a new contract when they don't see him in their immediate plans? It's a difficult
part. You look like a Bruce Anderson when he was breaking for Aberdeen, and that's the quality you have to be someone like that to not make it as well. Obviously a solid Premiership striker. So surprised to see him away. Another Aberdeen loanee, Alfie Stewart's had a brilliant season. Just in the SPFL Team of the Week as well. Could have made it on recent form, but we've got a lot of wingers. I've decided to go for the man in goal. Ross Monroe is going to be my goalkeeper pick in this one.
Yeah, fantastic. He's having a really good season, particularly in the Scottish Cup as well. Making some really good saves. So yeah, he's got the ability for, he's not just a solid, safe pair of hands. He can be the sort of match winner for them as well. So yeah, I think he richly deserved.
I think something that goes massively on the Joga, we should get like a pet peeves poster on the wall as well. Is goalkeepers that have quality at a good age that are just sitting on the bench. I think that's one of our big pet peeves. The Scott Bain debate, isn't it? And obviously Ross Monroe.
Don't get me Ross Doohan.
Exactly. This is our pet peeve. Should be playing football somewhere. Not let alone not even making the bench. Ross Monroe being the backup goalkeeper at Falkirk. Went in at Inverness. He's from up north, of course, as well. So getting back involved at a full-time team, and I'm sure Inverness like to have as many local players playing as they can. And he's gone, and he has been really solid. And I think Inverness, a lot of what they've done has just been built on not really being that phased at the back and letting their classy players in midfield get on the ball. As I say, that title race is certainly not a foregone conclusion, but I do see Inverness having the quality and having a solid goalkeeper at the back always makes a big difference in a title race, of course, as well. You're rarely going to be in a title race if you have a shaky goalkeeper. So Ross Monroe is my next League One pick. He's my final League One pick, actually.
Yeah.
And you've hinted that I think you've got one more coming from Hamilton Accies.
I do have one. I'm just trying. He's Oliver Shaw on FOTMob here. But yeah, he is... Oliver, yeah. This is a fantastic player. I'm shocked. I think probably a lot of us are that he is maybe still at Hamilton. I think maybe a little bit of speculation around him in January.
My personal speculation would be I feel he's probably on a fair-sized contract there at Hamilton that he probably shouldn't... Well, Hamilton shouldn't be paying out, certainly not to say Ollie Shaw's not a great player, but yeah.
Yeah, perhaps surprising because I think he's... He was one of the top goal scorers in the Championship last season.
Again, like Alfie Babbage, I think every manager in the Championship would have been picking up the phone yesterday. Ollie Shaw is one that I think everyone in Championship. A lot of speculation. St Johnstone didn't make the move in the end. They got Josh Fowler. I think Ollie Shaw was the other one being touted for a move to them. But in League One, he does stand out. He's quite all-star, isn't he? In League One.
Completely all-star. He's scored plenty of goals this season. Their talisman. So he would have no qualms about stepping up for us in the West Coast here. But yeah, fantastic striker, tall, physical striker as well, and an eye for goal. So exactly the kind of player I'd be looking for in my squad.
Yeah, numbers as well being solid this season. Have you got them? I can get them up.
No, I can.
You've got
get
them
just here. I'm just
I'll
looking.
beat you to it if I can. 14 goals, league top goal scorer in League One by a bit of a margin as well.
How many yellow cards?
You tell me.
You can't name that. He's just had one actually.
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah,
that's perfect. That's one yellow card, no reds.
Fair play is very important in the All-Star game. You don't want anyone getting injured, as I say. Imagine Dom Plant comes back, and he's been halved by Ollie Shaw. You wouldn't want that in the All-Star game.
Certainly not. So I really do that. I put that quite highly on my list of criteria for this, and it's good that he's only had one yellow card and no red card. So he'll save us some money as well.
You have to respect that.
And fines, but 14 goals, 2 assists. That's pretty, for Hamilton. They've had, if you take away their sort of points deductions and their off the field issues, they've had a decent enough season, and he's obviously played a big part in that as well. So I'll go with him.
Right, move on to the Championship then.
Why not?
I've got a lot of players to come up here, Fraser. I've actually got 5 Championship All-Stars.
5.
This has been my stacked league. Yeah. You can tell I watch it every week. But some big names to pick here. I'm going to start off with another one of the strongest teams in the SPFL this season. Pound for pound has definitely been Arbroath. I don't think anyone really saw this coming, but as it's been a bit of a trend in recent years. League One champion seems to do really well in the Championship. You obviously saw Falkirk do that before. There's been quite a few teams that have came up and just sort of carried up that momentum, and Arbroath are the latest in that trend, and they've got a real team as well. I think it's fair to say, but a man with a bit of magic in his boots as well has certainly been Finlay Marshall in midfield as well. You've been impressed by him? Yeah,
he's exactly the kind of player we like.
Yeah,
direct. He's got an eye for goal as well. Can play out wide. Can play centrally as well if needed. And he's young, so he's got a high ceiling. And I think, as he's the inverse to Alfie Babbage, where Aberdeen will be looking to.
I believe that's the speculation in recent days as well, that they're keeping him on. Someone that I think he could go into that Aberdeen first team squad, make a bit of an impact. Yeah, definitely, because you've seen them do that with a number of players, getting them out on loan. Conor Barron, for example, went out on loan to, it was Kelty Hearts he was at. Quickly went into the first team. Finlay Marshall could definitely be next. 8 goals in the Championship this season as well. He's added, that quality as well. Earlier in the season he was bagging a lot, but real quality. And another loan player that's gone in, and you'll know what it's like as an A United fan as well. You can sometimes get a few sort of duds, can't you, on loan from some of the big clubs that aren't quite ready for that step up. But Finlay Marshall, he's rolled his sleeves up this season, and real quality as well. Player I love watching play. Scott Stewart just misses out, was going to be one of my defensive shouts in there. I just think he's a player that deserves more shout outs, more credits, but just misses out. But Finlay Marshall, he certainly makes my team. He's an all-star. And Fraser, who's next?
Yeah, well, I've had 4 forwards, Callum, so I feel like I need to be a little bit more.
Balance it out a little bit.
Balance it out. Yeah. There'll be more forwards to come, don't worry. This is not a balanced squad at all. However, I will go back, just take a little step back to central midfield, and I'll go for Ben Stanway at Partick Thistle.
Love that.
We both are huge fans of him. Again, very Joga Bonito. Plays football. Technically good, but he's combative in midfield. He's got an eye for goal. He's fit. Just, everything that you could be kind of looking for in a Scottish Championship central midfielder. He's young. I think he's been linked with potentially Aberdeen earlier in the season.
He's had a few links, pre-contracts.
And again, the way you say Finlay Marshall could go in and get in the Aberdeen squad, I think Ben Stanway would certainly be a good addition to the Aberdeen squad. I do apologise, Partick Thistle fans. I'm not trying to sell your player, but I'm just trying to emphasise the point that he's got sheer quality. And I enjoy watching him. Slightly frustrates me the fact that he's so good, and he's done well against Ayr United this season. But he scored 5 goals, got 2 assists. Sort of played. He's one of those players that you see him pop up all over the park. Really good really good prospect in Scottish football, and I think for him, if not now, he'll play in the Scottish Premiership in the not too distant future. So, he'll come in. He's certainly not taken away from the attacking side of the game, but he can add a wee bit more solidity for me in midfield as well. So, great player, great technical player. And likes a dead ball as well. So.
Does, yeah. I think he's one of the guys that has really stepped up and been accounted for this season in that Thistle team that we've spoke a lot about Thistle on this podcast as well. Probably our favourite team to watch just from a pure footballing side in the Championship.
Yeah, pure neutral point of view.
Their play style. Mark Wilson's done a fantastic job going in there. Something else I maybe didn't expect to see this season, but they get the wingers out wide and they trust their midfield players to have that quality on the ball. Ocean Smith's had a good season as well. Let Sosa is one of the most exciting players we've spoke about on this podcast. But Ben Stanway, is he just 21 years old?
21, yeah.
He's really stepped up, came onto his game this year, and I remember we were there. We spoke about the game. Partick Thistle United, edge of the box, just dug the ball out from under his feet, cold it around. It was still David Mitchell in goal then. One of the many goalkeepers that United have had this season, and pure class, and not a surprise he's on the radar of some Premiership clubs most certainly, and Thistle will be desperate to keep a hold of him, but he can do a lot in football. Yeah,
he absolutely can. Really getting he's been consistently in Partick Thistle's starting 11 the last few seasons, so he's experienced at 21 years old as well. So it looks like he's a fantastic player. So
love that. Right, I'll move on. We're gonna go to the Kingdom of Fife for my next two picks, and I've only had one defender so far, one goalkeeper. I think you're going to be quite similar. I'm expecting a lot of goals in this All-Star game, Fraser. There's not going to be much defending going on.
That's of course, absolutely. That's what it's all about.
And my defender is actually more of a midfielder, if you ask me as well. But my next pick is going to be from Raith Rovers. Maybe a bit of an underrated pick in here, but a player that I've waxed lyrical to you about for a long time is Jordan Docherty at the back for Raith, the Irishman. What a player this guy is, Fraser. I couldn't have said much more to him about him to you, could I?
No, you couldn't. And you just described him to me as being a player I would love.
Yes.
And it's kind of intangible. I can't really describe why that is the case, but it is the case.
Yeah.
He's just... he's a graceful footballer, technically good. That assist at Somerset Park for Lewis Vaughan's header was fantastic.
He started the game at centre mid and moved to right back at that point. Shows that ability. If you've not seen the goal, he takes on Liam Dick, another player I like a lot as well. I'd say Liam Dick, if you sort of had a little checkbox of his best qualities, one-on-one defending is probably one of Liam Dick's best traits. You don't get much change out of him, but Jordan Docherty, a little sort of inverted step over, I think you refer to it as, got that little half yard of space across the ball, and Jordan Docherty, he just doesn't really give the ball away. Really good head on him as well. Lovely guy off the pitch as well, and I don't think it's any secret to say, I think this is me take my marketing executive hat off, put my fans hat on and say I think every Raith Rovers fan would be absolutely love to see him extend his stay in Kirkcaldy past the summer when his contract's expired, but you wouldn't be shocked if he's on the radar some places as well. That's no inside information there, I promise. That's just purely from the eye test, watching him play, so comfortable. Midfield, I think that's his best role. He's been at right centre back a lot of time under Barry Robson, moved to right back, into centre mid now, where I think he's at his absolute best, where he can just sort of dictate a game, and love watching this guy play.
I think particularly if you just want a sort of idea of the quality that he's got, the ability he's got, in the Scottish Cup game against Aberdeen, I think it was him that he sort of picked the ball up on the outside of the box and just pinged a World Cup Willie pass. So to paraphrase Dougie Imrie, and it was a phenomenal pass all the way up. I think it was Paul McMullen that was running sort of, if he'd had a better touch, would have been one-on-one with the keeper. And it was such an audacious pass to sort of pull off. The technique was fantastic.
Yeah.
And it just shows the ability that he's got. So yeah, I can't argue with that one.
Yeah, opposition scouts, anyone from another team, listen to this. He's awful. Right. Wipe him off your list.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep him in Kirkcaldy, please. Yeah. Who's your next championship pick?
So we need a little bit more solidity as well. We need to go a little bit further back. So my next championship pick is Lee Ashcroft.
Well, I like that as well. Thistle getting a second player in the team, but you can't knock that. They've been so good. And when you do play this sort of open, entertaining brand of football that Partick Thistle have been playing this season, you do need to be solid at the back, and they have been solid at the back. And I'd say Lee Ashcroft and Dan O'Reilly, of course, he's next as well, keeping Luke Macbeth out of the team this year. That's arguably been the most consistent centre-back partnership in the Championship this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And to give Luke Macbeth his flowers, he played against Ayr United and put in an absolute phenomenal cross for Alex Samuel. But Lee Ashcroft, I think he's crucial to Partick Thistle's running. I think if they're going to compete with St Johnstone right to the very end, he needs to be playing at centre back for them.
And how big is it for them as well? Getting him on another contract as well, 1 year extension, option for another year, signed up for next season. That's the kind of business you want to get. I like when, like my team of Unfallen, I like when they get the business done early for a player like that. So it just sets the standards for next season. Even if they're a Premiership type side, you'd want Lee Ashcroft in that team. How big is that for them?
It's fantastic. It's huge. I think just getting them in early, as you say as well, they've got a lot.
The signal of intent,
signal of intent, and I guess it allows him to just focus on the run in his football and not worry about what's going to come after the season. And he knows, regardless of whether it's Premiership football or Championship football, he'll be at in Maryhill next season. So
and it must help as well. I don't know. I'd imagine football players, when they're in a changing room, probably have the chat of if you're staying for next season, is this guy going to be there? Yeah. It must make a difference. Just know. Well, we know the captain, leader at the back, solid defender. He's going to be there for next season. We just spoke about Ben Stanway there. If you are thinking about signing a new contract at a club and you look at who's going to be there, there's a solid core starting to build already.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's obviously he's an elder statesman in the squad. He is. Compared to a lot of the younger players in the Thistle team. So to have someone like him, he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. He's one of the best Championship defenders. He would be fantastic in the Premiership as well, no doubt. So, brilliant. He's been solid as a rock. At times, been caught out. Don't think he sort of covered himself in glory up in Dingwall. Maybe that was last month, but certainly Mr. Consistent throughout the season. So, we'll get him in. Shore things up at the back.
He should be in that. Lee Ashcroft, fun fact, former Raith Rovers player, one appearance.
One appearance?
Yeah. Do you remember it?
I don't know.
Sad thing is I never actually saw Lee Ashcroft play in a Raith Rovers shirt. It was the season that we went for the title with Dundee United. He was the big sort of January edition. That, to be fair, you don't want to sort of beat over something that's happened and what could have been. I think if Lee Ashcroft stayed fit, that would have been a different title running, because really could have done with him. One game I didn't get to see him play in a Raith Rovers shirt. Ayr United away. You were there. So you've seen Lee Ashcroft play in a Raith Rovers shirt. I never did. So,
well, there you go. That shows you how good my memory is.
How good your memory is. Yeah.
What happened? Was he injured?
He went off injured half an hour in. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
So gutting.
I must have been late to that game. Turned up in the 31st minute.
We did beat you. 2-0, I want to say.
Yeah.
Zach Rudden, maybe Lewis Vaughan got the goals, I think.
Yeah.
Remember, we were at uni at that stage. I remember talking to you about that one. The days Raith Rovers winning, beating Ayr United every time, back then. So,
so maybe you've are past.
Not quite. Maybe you've just blocked that from your memory. Challenge Cup final, you never know. Right, my next pick. I said we're in the Kingdom of Fife. This guy's quite all-star. His form's dropped off a little bit in recent times, but what he's done over the season for himself, for his team, and for anyone that wears glasses. Andy Todd, I think he's very all-star, and he really has earned his place as well in this all-star team.
Yeah, there's not much more I can add to this. He's had a truly fantastic season. Maybe not quite as productive as he was a few months ago. I feel like every time Dunfermline stepped foot on the pitch, he was sort of scoring one or two, assisting a couple. So, he's had a fantastic season, and I think he's got a high ceiling as well.
Yeah.
He can go on to do a lot of big things in the game, but rewarded with a Scotland under-21 call-up as well.
Well, and not in the initial squad, then Scott Gemmell calls him up and then puts him in the starting lineup. It's very, very Scott Gemmell, isn't it?
But fantastic. He's clearly a clever player.
Yeah. I think that's the thing as well. Even though his form's gone off a little bit recently, he's got plenty of time to get himself back into form. Maybe coincides Dunfermline having some decent results recently. Again, patchy. They've got such a young squad that I think you do see that in young squad, these inconsistent results of 2 wins and 2 losses, that kind of thing. But even in the Fife derby, when he's not been sort of flying in terms of getting goals and numbers, I think he still picked up a goal in that game. And he's just really clever. He's a really clever football player, and obviously he's got the size, he's got the frame, can arrive into that back post like a big, strong left winger. You think of that sort of profile player, he fits that perfectly. He's got the goals as well, and an easy pick in this team, I think, and big future ahead of him.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. And big future ahead of this Dunfermline team. But I think, last night maybe showing that they're not the finished article yet.
Definitely.
Got a lot of youth in that squad. But I think you said earlier in the season previously that...
This was my really big hot take right at the start of the year. I said they'll win the league next season.
Yeah.
Based off just vibes then.
But
I hope
the logic's there.
I hope they don't, obviously. But
I think certainly...
a couple more sprinkles of quality in that squad, like Callum Morris and that kind of signing. If they get a few more of them, and I don't know what's going to come up. Hopefully not, but we'll wait and see. Andy Todd, though, an easy pick for me here. Have you still got any more championship picks?
I've got 2 more actually.
I thought I
only had 3, but
that's lovely. Who do you want to take us to next?
We'll go on. I've not got a goalkeeper.
You need a goalkeeper.
I'm moving further and further back through my squad, so I'm going James Storer.
He's had a great year at Morton.
The young Englishman at Green at Morton has had a good season.
Yeah.
Morton maybe not having the best season, but they're not having a terrible season either. They're just having a Morton season, really, aren't they?
Yeah,
12 draws.
They've moved themselves up. They're pretty close to the playoffs now, though.
They are, yeah. 5th place in the league, 2 points behind Ayr United. Played a couple more games, but probably to their advantage because these teams that have played less games are going to have a lot of games to play.
Busy schedule to come up, yeah.
So they've got the points on the board, I guess. And yeah, sort of potentially Ian Murray just getting in there now and sort of rectifying a few issues.
Yeah, they'll operate a bit differently, but obviously James Storer, I think he's picked up a knock recently. Brought Murray Johnson in on loan as well, but certainly in that early stage of the season, they were drawing a lot of games under Doug Emery, and it's not to say like he kept them in matches, certainly not at all, but there was a lot of those tight games where you're maybe going to be on the wrong side of a 1-0 loss or a 2-1 loss, and Storer was stepping up with some big saves, and I think he's someone that's got a good future in football as well.
For example, he's faced 4 penalties this season. He's saved 50% of them.
Has he? So wow!
I'll let you do the maths.
That's a great start. Yeah.
So it is a good. I was live. I saw one of them live.
Yep.
Where he saved Anton Dow's penalty at Somerset Park, which was a crucial moment in the game actually, because at that point it was 1 each in the game, and there wasn't much time left in the match. I don't think Ayr United did go on to score a winner in the end, but to step up and save the penalty in that moment was big. He's obviously done that, as you say, quite a few times for Morton this season, so he's been a revelation for them, I would say. Yeah. You could make a case for Toby Stewart.
Yeah,
has been probably the best goalkeeper in the league, but obviously not fitting my criteria of being a West club. So wrong side. So James Storer for me, goalkeeper. I think other goalkeepers throughout the leagues could have been Callum Ward.
Callum Ward's a good shout for West, yeah.
But certainly James Storer, Morton's goalkeeper, young as well. A lot of these players are quite young. So he's got a great career ahead of him based on what we've seen this season.
And Murray Johnson gone in on goal as well, a couple of clean sheets, star out already, so he doesn't look like a bad option as well for Morton. Got a few, so but yeah, James Storer's really impressed this season. My last 2 picks, we're going to the same club here, and I've got some big names here. I think my all-star captain might be coming up pretty shortly. But before that, I've taken another one in the rules here. You're upset, but this is how it works. Your all-star players are picked from the team that they play for, the team they've been traded to, I suppose, in the NBA. My all-star pick, it's got to be Josh Fowler. Yeah. What a season, what a revelation this guy's been, and I'm sure Partick Thistle fans seeing the news of him signing for St Johnstone there at the end of the window must have been pretty brutal. Yeah,
certainly had a fantastic season at Queen's Park in Glasgow in the west of Scotland earlier this season. So brilliant player. Had he not been snatched from me,
he would have been in there for you as well.
It would have been absolutely. There's no question Josh Fowler would have been in my squad.
His time at Queen's Park, possibly the most sort of talismanic player for a single club in the SPFL. Credit to Queen's Park, couple of victories, since he's gone. They've not shown I think a lot of people thought they might just fold without him in there, but they've lost the talisman, but they've
just
not
fold as a club or
not as a club, just picking up points this season. But they've shown a lot of fight. Maybe that'll free up some of their other players to chip in, spread the goal load a little bit, but. Going in at St Johnstone, he'll fancy his chances of winning the league with them, and maybe the perfect way to sort of bed himself in as a Premiership player next season, which is certainly where he should be, and the quality he's got. So entertaining to watch. Even wearing the captain's armband for Queen's Park at the end of his time there shows you the ability he's got.
You got him in as a leader.
Got him in as a leader. Well, no, we've got Gregor Buchanan. He's the captain. He's wearing the armband. But Josh Fowler, so entertaining to watch and brilliant player. Anything to add, or do you want to take us to the next player?
Just
final championship.
Commiserations to Josh. He's obviously made that. He'll be going for the championship. He'll be disappointed that he won't be winning the KDM Challenge Cup.
Yeah.
So commiserations to him.
I think it would have been cup tied anyway.
Is that? Well, cup tying appears not to be a thing in the FA Cup. I don't know if that's the case in the KDM, but Mark Gay getting put out by Macclesfield with Crystal Palace and then playing for Man City.
But then I think he's allowed to play in the league.
Disgrace.
Is he allowed to play in the League Cup?
League Club.
But Semenyo isn't, or something like that. There's weird rules.
Yeah, I don't know. Bring back the days of being cup tied.
Cup tied. Bring back replays.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, actually.
Bring back replays.
Bring back replays.
That's going on my list of pet peeves. Cup tie and brilliant, great rule.
Yeah.
And cup ties, bring back replays.
That was all Jurgen Klopp's fault, wasn't it? Him and Pep moaning about the extra.
You get 5 substitutes these days. I don't think people talk about that enough.
I know.
That's a huge change to football.
That is.
Everyone's just
fully in favour of the big teams as well.
I know. Completely
in favour of the big teams. But anyway.
That's another debate. Right.
That is another debate.
Your final championship player, sir.
My final championship player, we're done with these defenders and goalkeeper rubbish.
Boring.
Back up front to Ewan Henderson, Onions. Fantastic.
There's been a sort of a theme throughout yours. Sort of nice long haircuts.
Yeah.
Players that fancy themselves a little bit as a
I love
technical player. But
love Jack Grealish.
Ewan Henderson's, he's got the numbers this year as well. Maybe in a way that people didn't quite expect him.
Yep.
Sort of Chris Mockery up front for Airdrie in many ways as well. Just causing a bit of carnage.
Well, there's quite a few players in recent times from Airdrie Onions that you could make a case for making this All-Star squad, but I think Ewan Henderson's probably the talisman.
Yeah.
25 matches, 9 goals, just 1 assist, which is kind of surprising. Scored that beauty against St Mirren.
Great goal against Rafe as well at Starts Park.
Exactly.
Mazy runner. Yeah.
That's the football they played at Starts Park that day was just phenomenal. That's football at its best. So
they always seem to play like that against Rafe. That's the funny thing. Airdrie seem to be Ayr with the bogey team of Airdrie.
Yeah.
You beat them every time.
Yeah.
And they beat Rafe every time on the other side. So we always talk, and I'm like, Airdrie, what a team. Like, Reece McCabe should be managing Barcelona, and you're like, Airdrie?
We just pumped them 5-1.
What do you mean, Airdrie? So, always a difficult one for us. They turn up against Rafe. But Ewan Henderson was key to that. And they've just got pacey attacking players. Dom Thomas could be a good addition for them as well. He should be a good addition.
Yeah, Jamie Barjonas, Cole McKinnon.
Yeah,
Chris Mockery.
Lots of great technical players.
Lewis McGrattan as well, a lot of good.
I don't think they're out of the way of things at the bottom of the table. Most definitely not at all, certainly. Could easily be sucked into that. We'll have to wait and see. The battle at the bottom of the table is going to be very interesting. Obviously, second bottom at this moment in time. Of course, Queen's Park getting that recent result.
Yeah, I was actually about to completely poo-poo all of your arguments there, but they are in a really perilous position, actually. I didn't realise Queen's Park are actually above them.
Yeah, because they beat Ross County away. They've picked up
and they've got 2 games in hand on Airdrie. Airdrie have played a game extra on Ross County and are only a point ahead, so
it's going to be
a perilous position. But I think looking at the quality of... But maybe it doesn't matter how nice the football is. But in terms of the quality of the football, Airdrie are the better of the 3 teams. So I would expect them to pull clear. But Queen's Park have shown they've got a bit of dog in them.
Yeah.
Ross County have certainly got a bit of dog in them as well.
It's a tight table because, what you're looking... Morton was still in that relegation chat for some people. 8 points away from 5th to bottom. So, yeah, it's going to be tight down there. But Ewan Henderson is the kind of player that can win games of football. So, great shout in there. I've loved watching him play and adding the numbers to his game. Really, really showing up this season.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to move on to my all-star captain. So he's my star man. I don't know if you've thought about that. I didn't debate that beforehand. But
does it need to be captain quality?
It's quality. It's quality. Whoever's been the best player in the NBA, and each one could be the captain, basically.
Okay. Well, I've got an answer.
You've got an answer. So mine is, of course, going to be Josh McPake. What a revelation he's been this season as well. Not just in terms of the quality of football player he is. You would have seen him at United quite a few years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. Didn't have those numbers in his game as well, but this year, my goodness, like he's another one you kind of know what he's going to do. He'll pick up the ball on the left-hand side, he'll cut on his right foot. You know it's going to happen, but you can't really stop it. And the numbers he's got this year, looks like he's obviously, well, he is on his way to Hearts next season, of course, as well, signing that pre-contract agreement. Love that bit of business from them as well. It just goes to show that they're not just putting a wide net, sort of, they're not casting out a wide net on who they bring in.
He wasn't at Ayr United. I did think...
Was he not there?
I did.
I was getting his...
When you said that there, I thought... I then remembered him at Ayr, but
I'm getting my
he's not been at Ayr, but there you go.
It was Morton, I think I was thinking of, yeah.
Dundee, Morton, Harrogate Town, Morecambe, Tranmere, Queen's Park,
Yes.
Stirling Albion, St Johnstone's.
But
quite a career, but really realising his potential.
Really came onto his game this year and really entertaining to watch. Ready for that Premiership move as well. And as I say, the fact that Jamestown's analytics isn't just looking in the Norwegian second tiers, they're looking at homegrown talent as well. Keeping that Scottish core to what they do is going to be really important. Josh McPake, he's ready for that. 14 goals in the league this year is outrageous, and he's probably going to be what fights St Johnstone to the title, in my opinion.
You talk about Jamestown there. I would honestly see if there was an option for like regular fans to pay for an hour's access to Jamestown just to see I'd love to click on and see what players in Scottish football are highly rated, and what ones aren't. And the money I would pay to get behind the scenes and see, who's on their radar. But yeah, Josh McPake, I think he looks like he would slot in very nicely.
He passes the eye test anyway, so.
Well, exactly, that is true. So
he's my captain, yeah.
Good star man as well.
2 players left each then, I believe. And we're going to the Premiership for these. Who do you want to start off with?
We are going to start off with Tawanda Matsunis. I think that one's a bit obvious. And he gets my golden buzzer.
Does he as well, yeah?
My star man, yeah. Phenomenal player. I love everything about him. I hope Motherwell keep him till the end of his contract, or I hope they keep him till almost the end of his contract, then he signs a 10-year deal, and then whoever buys him has to pay them 20 million because he's fantastic. He's a huge reason as to why that they are where they are in a title race, in my opinion. Arguably the best player in Scotland this season. I would happily argue that point. And he's just brilliant. He's everything that I like in a player as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like an Ismail Assar, kind of just quick, good player. Wants to get the ball out his feet and shoot. Get the shot away as quick as possible, not giving the goalkeeper a chance. You'll find the bottom corner comfortably every time.
And what an improvement to his game this year as well, from being a name you wouldn't have thought too much about this year to 13 goals already in the league this season. Also sort of started the season as a bit of a winger, sort of floating inside, change positions. He's nailed down sort of through the middle a lot of times recently.
Crazy.
And been absolutely fantastic, and love watching him play. So bright, so energetic. Starts things from the front for Motherwell. Have been, our favourite team to watch probably across the SPFL this season.
Yeah.
It's fair to say. So
there's
brilliant pick in there.
There are about 6 players from Motherwell that I would have had.
They are. They're their own all-star team in some ways, aren't they? So
my second favourite player in Scottish football this season is Elijah Just.
Elijah Just, Elliot Watt's up there for me as well,
Callum Slattery as well, I love watching him. But Elijah Just has not made my squad, but it's just the two of them, just the way they sort of combine together. It's just fantastic to watch.
Yeah.
But Tawanda Matsunis, for me, he's got my armband, and I fully expect him to score every goal.
Yep, and there's also been 2 brilliant teams out in our East region as well this season, in Hearts and Falkirk as well. So I've only got 2 picks left, and it wouldn't be fair if I didn't put a Falkirk player in there, most definitely. But Hearts have been leading the way all season, and another one where you could sort of just go through Cammy Devlin. I think earlier on in the season I might have said he was my early shout, maybe for like the PFA player of the season. First half of the year, I thought he was absolutely fantastic as well. Kazaridis on the wing, he is all-star walking, but obviously Claudio Braga has to be an all-star in this as well in terms of getting the goals, a range of goals he's been getting as well. Seems like a great personality as well. I'd love to have a conversation with that guy.
So would I, yeah.
But he can score goals, sort of the headers. He's been getting on the score sheet with his head. Great person, great celebration. Just everything about him. It's been such a...
He just looks like he loves life, man.
Yeah,
he
so
looks
happy.
like he's come to Edinburgh.
I love Scottish football.
Come to Scotland and been like, this is my people.
Yeah.
This is where I want to be. I reckon if it would take like Barcelona to come along and give him a contract offer before he was to say, do you know what, I'm Oski. I think Man United would come along and he'd be like, nah, you're all right.
I'm enjoying myself here. And
I feel like he's just bought into it, and I love it. I know. Fantastic player.
And just the fact where he came from, Norwegian second tier, was it?
Yeah.
Just embraced everything, man, and he's been brilliant. So 100% an all-star in this team, and he'll be a big personality. All-star media day, you know, and everything like that. They'll be interviewing Claudio, and I'm all for it. And an easy pick in here. My one Hearts player that makes it in. Apologies to anyone else from Hartman Loading, because you could have had a lot of picks in here as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, but that's the problem with this. The quality, pound for pound quality, is so high in this.
It's pound for pound. So right, who's your last pick?
My last pick is Stephen Welsh.
Second Motherwell pick, and you can't begrudge it at all. Actually, I can a little bit.
How?
My Motherwell defender would have been Paul McGinn, personally.
Fair enough. And
what a season that guy's had. I think one of the most underrated stories in the SPFL. But in all fairness, Stephen Welsh is he's sort of been the man back there.
He's good. I think Stephen Welsh he's just got a little bit more. Paul McGinn's been brilliant, but Stephen Welsh is at the point now where I'm thinking, and if you'd said to me 6 months ago, never mind 12 months ago, that I'd be wanting Stephen Welsh to start against Vinicius Junior in Miami, I would have laughed in your face. But
I'm not sure I want that, but
I'd be more. Honestly, he's a bit of a leader. He stepped up against Rangers, and what was quite a hilarious celebration after that was clearly a man with a lot of joy in scoring a goal. But he also, against Aberdeen, he played for Elijah Just goal. I'm not sure if you saw that at the weekend. Absolutely, like, he just fizzed this pass into Elijah Just, playing sort of, he was so far forward for Motherwell. He was practically sort of maybe 10 yards out the box, and he played this ball through the middle of the Aberdeen defence, just absolutely fizzed it. Elijah Just took it almost Bergkamp like on the turn, and then arrowed the ball into the ball. It was a beautiful assist. He's got that ability. He's scoring goals. He's a good defender.
Well, the thing about Motherwell is they're not having to defend their box. They're not having to make last-ditch challenges and clearances because they don't give the ball away. And that starts from the back. And someone like Stephen Welsh is so comfortable on the ball, as Paul McGinn has been as well, like Stephen O'Donnell when he stepped in as well. Absolute revelations, these guys. And they're making football look so easy in a way that it's just not, because everyone would be doing it. But they keep the ball so they don't need to defend. And Stephen Welsh's quality is fantastic.
We've had this discussion from the Scotland point of view that you would want Grant Hanley if the ball's getting fired into the box. Yeah. Maybe Stephen Welsh has not quite got those qualities that Grant Hanley has, so maybe he's more suited for a Haiti fixture more than a Brazil fixture. But moving that aside, just purely based on his Motherwell performances this season, have been phenomenal, and I think he rightly makes it into my squad.
Just like when Steve Clarke took over as Scotland manager and we saw him Eamon Brophy up front, Stuart Finlay at the back, Jens Bartholomew takes over after the World Cup. You never know. Then we'll see Stephen Welsh in there at the back, Scotland knocking the ball around. That's a shout. But no, Sir Steve Clarke will be not a bad word about Sir Steve Clarke, of course. But no, just in this, it could be that kind of thing. You know, if you had a manager that played that way, maybe Stephen Welsh would be a bit on the radar. But you're sort of spot on that. Yeah, you don't want Grant Hanley to head the ball that's getting swung into the box. I've got one more pick and another player on the periphery of a Scotland shout out for a call up. We might need to do a second video of.
I'd happily
we name a player and we say they're going to be in the squad. Is Mr. Calvin Miller, who's made the step up to the Premiership like a duck to water, and I'd love to see it as well, because I think one of the most underrated things about Falkirk this year, what John McGlynn's adjusted to really well, is how his team play in a bit of an arsey football word, isn't it? Transitions, but it's those moments where they've got pacey wingers. I think Wilson's been really impressive. Carell Wilson. Ethan Ross at times when he's been, you know, he's had a couple of injury issues. Players like that, how they pick up the ball and drive with it, feed off whoever's playing up front. They've got some good target men. Barney Stewart now doing well. Ross McKeever, Brian Graham, they're all big bodies that these technical wingers can get on the ball and get in and about it. And Calvin Miller's been the standout for Falkirk. And I've loved their story. I've loved watching them play. And he's obviously one that's gone up from League One as well, having previously not quite cut it at a higher level. Obviously, a left back in his former life at Celtic.
Played at Ayr United as well.
Was Ayr United? Was he left back then?
Do you know what? I think he kind of played a mix of both. I think he was more a winger, but just didn't cut it for Ayr United. And that wasn't Ayr United's best team in recent times either. But as you say, he has absolutely transformed his career in the last few years. John McGlynn's got him playing gorgeous football, and if I was picking a Scotland squad tomorrow, he'd be in it.
Would he? That's a
100%.
huge shout. I don't think you're realising that space in the squad are limited at a certain point. But
No, but he's I've had this discussion so many times. I think he brings what we don't have, and
of unpredictability and
just
pace. And just pace.
Width and ability. Like it's not like we're just picking anyone who's got a bit of pace. We'd be picking one of the foreign players in Scottish football, and he's got a bit of arrogance about him, doesn't he? He's got a little bit of a swagger. He knows he's played at Celtic. He knows he's got the ability, and it's been realised. So absolutely, he deserves to have that. But I love him. I think he's fantastic. I would have picked him if I was you.
Yeah, really happy to have him in there. Looking down our lists, and I think if we actually did a list of the best haircuts in Scottish football, it'd be quite similar to sort of our.
Who's winning then? Gregor Buchanan, surely.
Oh, I do love the Gregor Buchanan. A lot of the boys here have got sort of what you're going for here. Sort of slick back, long sort of look here, classy, socks rolled down play. I'm sure how you play. Fraser, your golden boots, of course, famous on this podcast.
Not really a socks rolled down person.
Are you not socks rolled up?
No, I don't like if they were to stay in that position. I'd need to speak to Jack Grealish and find out who gets him to stay. Yeah. But I like my socks being secure, so.
Secure socks, yeah, I respect that. But yeah, some quality football players on this list. And what an all-star game this would be down at Stair Park.
I know, it's not the most accessible pitch in Scotland for the fans, but.
We'll do it in Stirling next year.
But the Kieran Ryan Loyal will be there, the Stranraer fans, people from Newton Stewart and Kirkcudbright will be there. So
anyone with glasses, see Andy Todd play. Yeah, what a game this would be. All-star teams in the bank. Should we move on to our challenges?
Who's winning? Before we do move on, put your neck in the line. You decide. Simon Kill.
I'm deciding.
Go. Quick.
Two of my favourite teams to watch have been Motherwell and Stranraer, so I'll give it to the West.
Oh, wow.
If you put Darren Langan.
Instead of?
Anyone.
Okay, Kai Kennedy, see you later, mate.
Give it to them. What a game this would be, though. Right, challenge time. Let's do it. We just said that. That was lovely.
Here we go with our challenges. First up, Callum, do you want to take it away?
Yes, so Fraser, recently off air, we had a debate about versatile football players. Dominic Szoboszlais of the world, can play every position. So we thought we'd apply this to Scottish football. So it's going to be a winner stays on format for this. You know how it works. It's a classic.
Love it. Yes.
All right, you ready for this? You're going to take the lead on it, on picking the players, but I'm going to be here to chime in as well, give my opinion on it. So Fraser, if we had a team with 11 of these players in it, if we had a team of 11 of these utility players, which one would win a matchup? Winner stays on.
Perfect.
All right, so winner stays on, Tom Sparrow or Willie Gibson. We've gone for two different ends of the SPFL here.
We have, in terms of quality of player right now, Tom Sparrow wins, but in terms of 11 Willie Gibsons versus 11 Tom Sparrows, I think I might need to give it to Willie Gibson. He can play pretty much anywhere on the park and has done, whereas Tom Sparrow's kind of limited just to maybe the right hand side.
And what a transformation from being a flying winger to a fullback, can play at centre back, drop him in midfield. Clever player with his experience as well. He can manage the team too.
Hadn't even considered that. He might win this completely overall, but I'm going Willie Gibson.
Right. Your next one up, you can have Willie Gibson up against Carlo Pignatello. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's one of those names I hear everyone say it differently.
Pignatello. I have no idea if that's. Again, Willie Gibson, I think.
Willie Gibson getting the win there.
I think he's just. I'm giving a little bit, maybe weighing too heavily on his previous career, but he's done it all. So, Pignatello, I'm sure he can play up front.
Another player of good hair.
Exactly. There's a lot of them in Scottish football. I don't think he's as versatile as Willie Gibson.
Big Willie going on, yeah. Just keep Mick Kennedy away from him. Up next, Willie Gibson or Mark McKenzie. One a bit close to home for you here.
Yeah, I think in terms of versatility, Mark McKenzie is Mr. Versatile. I think he's played every position apart from in goals. and centre back this season. So I'm giving it to Mark McKenzie.
He has played centre back at times, so hasn't he? I think
this season.
Not this season. In the past, like in the back three.
Yeah, I think he probably has.
Which he probably shouldn't have done, but he has.
Yeah, and there are certainly positions that I think he's better suited to.
I was going to say, Mr. Versatile he probably shouldn't be though, because he's good in one position. Well, really good. He's good in wherever he plays, of course, but it's kind of unfair that he's not been able to nail down an attacking spot in the team. So I like him a lot.
Yeah, his versatility's probably not done his career any favours, because it's good to nail down a place, but he can play up front, he can play in centre midfield, he can play right wing back, he can play right back if you need.
You want him in your squad, but
you certainly want him in your squad. So I think in current form, Willie Gibson might have had it back in the day, but for me, Mark McKenzie, absolutely.
Mark McKenzie or Jordan Doherty? Head or heart on this one?
This is really tough. Very tough, because both players are fantastic players. Potentially Mark McKenzie's a bit more versatile in
the attacking quarters of the pitch as well.
But is that just because Jordan Doherty's not... Like, I think if you were to put Jordan Doherty up front, he would be fine.
He probably would be, technically.
Technically, possibly just a wee bit better than Mark McKenzie, but versatility-wise... So if I'm thinking 11 players of each...
Mark McKenzie has the engine, Jordan Doherty maybe has a little bit more quality, but both players have a lot of similar attributes as well at the same time.
Oh, this is tough. I'm wearing an Air United jumper, I have to go Mark McKenzie, sorry.
Poor choice.
I went hard over it there.
As I said at the end of Indiana Jones, you chose poorly, not wisely. All right, Mark McKenzie, we're taking a step up here. We're going up to the Premiership with the rest of these picks. Mark McKenzie or Lucas Stevenson of Dundee United. Again, doesn't cover as many positions on the pitch. Certainly doesn't as Mark McKenzie.
Yeah, I think this is where we maybe have to be a wee bit more realistic. I think Lucas Stevenson just takes it. Mark McKenzie, as we've discussed, can play anywhere in the park, but I think Lucas Stevenson, if put in a position, if he put up front for Ayr United in the Championship, would score goals. I think he's been fantastic for Dundee United, midfield, right wing back, right back, you name it. So we'll go Lucas Stevenson.
Right, up next, a similar one, a centre mid / right wing back sort of player. It's going to be Hibs, Josh Mulligan. So Lucas Stevenson or Josh Mulligan?
Josh Mulligan for me. Yeah, I think this is... I'm been so impressed by Josh Mulligan. Lucas Stevenson, brilliant player as well, but Josh Mulligan, I think he's sort of a commanding centre midfielder. He's right wing back. I think if you played him at centre back, he'd be fine. And again, if you played him up front, he would score goals, I think. So it's just whether or not you can play these players, they can do that all down one side. Can they do it down the left-hand side as well? Or vice versa? I think he could as well. Josh Mulligan, good technical player, two-footed. So I think a team of 11 Josh Mulligans would beat a team of 11 Lucas Stevensons.
Right, up next, we've got a man that's naturally a left-back, but we've seen him on both wings this season and central midfield. It's going to be Josh Mulligan or Harry Milne. Getting controversial here.
This is controversial. In terms of who I would want in my team or my squad, I think I'd prefer Josh Mulligan. In terms of versatility, maybe Harry Milne just edges.
Harry Milne, yeah. I don't
just
mind it.
edges it. I think 11 Harry Milnes, but then Josh Mulligan, I could see him being a better striker. We'll go Harry Milne.
Harry Milne, love the pick. And your last one is going to be Harry Milne against Dujon Starling. A man that's played literally every position apart from goalkeeper.
Yeah. I think this one has to go to Dujon Sterling. He is... I don't actually know what position he is.
I don't think he does anymore.
Is he a right back?
Probably right back if you had to put it just on paper.
Centre mid, striker. He's... With Harry Milne, you could say maybe 2 or 3 positions are his position. Josh Mulligan, you could say 2 or 3 positions are his position. Dujon Sterling, I actually don't know.
Yeah, Dujon Starling at his best. 11 Dujon Starlings would be quite a formidable team, actually.
He's got attributes for every position somehow. So I think, it has to be Dujon Sterling, doesn't it?
Well, congratulations to Dujon Starling, our winner of this challenge.
Any you disagree with there that I got wrong?
I think just the Ayr United Wraith one, we're probably going to always split on that one.
What about the Tom Sparrow, Willie Gibson?
I'd go Willie Gibson as well.
You would?
Yeah, but shout out to Carl Pignatello though. I think he's. I'd probably would take him over Willie Gibson, but for this one.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, good choices. Yeah, I like that. Good work.
Fun challenge. Yeah.
Good work. So, right, do you want to take us on to our next challenge?
So, Callum, for our next challenge, it's our old trusted favourite.
Okay.
It's our 15 questions.
15 questions.
The SPFL player. You've done it for me before, and I've almost embarrassed myself, but came in it the nick of time.
You remembered Bill Mackay in the end.
I just. But this time it's your turn.
Let's get going then.
It's for me to do to you.
I'm ready.
So, I'm thinking of an SPFL player. You have 15 questions to find out who it is.
Ooh, right, okay. So we've got to ask some big questions to start this thing off with them.
Where's my pen?
Oh, there's your pen, sorry.
I'm just going to take
Yeah.
tally marks.
Counting to 15 is not easy for some people. Is my player a lower league player?
Yes.
Currently a lower league player. Is my player a youngster? Would you say he's a youngster? No. Okay. And the way you laugh there, is my player over the age of 30?
I mean, I can't say, I don't know how old this player is, but if he's not, I'd eat my shoe.
30 or over, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so he's a lower league player that's most likely over 30.
He's definitely over 30.
He's over 30.
Yeah.
Does he play for a team that plays in blue as their primary home colour? No. Okay. Does my player play in League One?
No.
So it's Championship or League Two. I'm just going to work it out so I can nail it down. Does my player play in League Two? Currently.
You don't know what country?
It's an SPFL player, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, sorry. But yeah, it's League Two. I was just trying to catch you out there.
It's League Two?
Yeah, it's League Two.
Okay, so I've got a League Two player over the age of 30, doesn't play in blue.
You've narrowed this down.
How many questions?
You've done 6.
6 questions. I'm feeling quite okay.
I think you could do this in the next 3, to be honest.
I don't think I could. I'm not really sure where to start. Is my player currently in a team in a playoff position in League Two?
Yeah. Well, you've narrowed it down
4 teams.
very well here.
Is my player an attacker?
Nah.
No. Is my player a midfielder there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that 2 questions or what?
That's 2 questions.
Yeah, midfielder.
Midfielder. So what's that? 9 questions?
9 questions. You get 6 to go. You're in a very strong position here, Cal.
I'm feeling okay. So he doesn't play for a team in blue, so it's not a Stranraer player. So it's a Clyde player, a Spartans player, or an East Kilbride player. And he's over the age of 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think experienced players at these clubs, and my head's going to Andy Murdoch or Sean Welsh.
Interesting.
Are the 2 that I'm going for.
Very interesting.
I feel like East Kilbride have a young squad, and I can't think of a player that would fit this criteria. There's a midfielder over the age of 30, off the top of my head anyway. I'm going to say, does my player play... Okay, I'll be more clever. Because we've got Spartans on the east and we've got the other 2 on the west. Clyde's, Hamilton, so on the west.
Okay, yeah, they're west.
Does my player play in the west of Scotland?
No.
So as a Spartans player. Ooh. Okay, another one's came into my head here. Has my player played for Wraith Rovers in their career?
Yes. I think you might have got there.
I think.
And, well, this will be your 12th question.
I know who it is then. Is my player a university graduate? There you go.
He's showboating.
I'm just being cocky.
He's showboating.
Is my player James Cragen?
It is James Cragen, correct. 13.
Great player. What a baller that guy.
Good
by the way.
player, yeah.
He scored some good goals in his day.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with
Played
that.
for other clubs as well.
Partick Thistle?
Partick Thistle, yeah.
Falkirk?
Partick Whistle. Falkirk. Correct. Where's my wee list? Oh, it's here. I freaked out earlier. Full disclosure, because I left my notepad out for Callum to see. JC. Recently, just notched his 500th appearance.
Oh, yeah. What a career.
Professional
What a career.
appearance. So that was kind of inspired by that. It's a nice topical one. 500 appearances in professional football for Partick Thistle, Forfar Athletic, Raith Rovers, Falkirk, Dunfermline Athletic, AFC Fylde, in the west coast of England, I think, Arbroath, Edinburgh City and Spartans, and I believe he's made an appearance in every single league in Scotland.
There we go.
If I'm not mistaken, I haven't actually checked that, but I assume that Arbroath was League One.
Was he a Premiership player?
Premiership player with Thistle, yeah.
Oh, he won the league. He won the league with Thistle in the Championship.
So
yeah, great player in his day. Really good shout there. 500 appearances. Right.
Yeah.
Should we move on to our final challenge?
Let's do it.
I'm going to name an SPFL club, and we're going to say who their most iconic manager of the last 10 years has been.
Brilliant.
So we're going to start off. You're wearing an A United jacket. Who is A United's most iconic manager? Is of course what we're going for. That's the key word here because that makes a difference. So A United, most iconic manager. A United, take it away.
I think in this case, for A United, both iconic and successful works, because the answer is, of course, Ian McCall.
Yeah, pretty sexy team that he had at United, didn't he? Attack and talent.
Honestly, take me back. League One days were glorious. Championship days were even more glorious. He has Hearts fans have him to thank for their current captain, Lawrence Shanklin's career revived by Ian McCall. They scored over 100 goals one season under his leadership. Fantastic. He had Ayr United playing beautiful football. I'm not sure, I don't know, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not sure Ayr United will ever touch football like that ever again. It was, wow, it was just glorious times.
Are you not a bit upset about how he left? Jump ship, first opportunity, Partick Thistle?
No. I understand why some Ayr fans were upset, but for me, he'd been there for a long time. He essentially led Ayr United through two different eras, really, from part-time era to full-time era. And I think, alongside sort of David Smith and what he's done as chairman of Ayr United, he led the sort of charge for Ayr United to be a sort of established championship club that they are today.
Established full-time club unit, yeah.
Exactly, and he just, for me, I will always look at Ian McCall in a positive light. Okay, yes, he left for a rival, but he left for his local club, his boys' team. And when he did go, he wore Ayr United trackies to Thistle training.
Yeah, wearing your old team's trackies to training is a bit dodgy. That would lose a few points for me.
That's his heart was still at Somerset, and that's okay with me. So he was winding up. If that was, I'm sure with him, I'm sure he just pulled on the first pair of trousers that he saw that morning. But even if he was just trying to, who he was winding up, or I don't know, but I love him for that. So I understand the sort of sentiment that okay, maybe he pulled a fast one on us, but I don't see it that way. I think I just look back as an Ayr United fan that sat through the sort of the early 2010s when we were playing part-time football and languishing at the bottom of the second division at the time in Scottish football, to now where we are and where he took us with Lawrence Shanklin, Luke McCowan, Alan Forrest, Andy Murdoch, all these players, Dickie McDade, just fantastic. So anyway, ran over. Ian McCall, legend.
Good pick. Right, next up, Alloa Athletic.
Oh, can I announce?
Yeah, please do.
Jim Goodwin.
Jim Goodwin, yeah. I didn't know about Jim Goodwin until we looked into this, according to our good friends over at Wikipedia. That apparently when he was Alloa manager, obviously part-time, of course, apparently he also worked at a car leasing company, a construction recruitment firm, ran his own courier company, and has a job as a Cadbury chocolate salesman. That guy was busy.
That sounds like Gregor Townsend.
But pretty much, Scott Brownell was punditry jobs. But Jim Goodwin, yeah, what a spell he had at Alloa, Alloa's been a bit of a place to start for up and coming managers. Paul Hartley just cracks this criteria as well, started the SPFL. Jack Ross, but Jim Goodwin during his time at Alloa, a good few seasons he spent there, a club that he's got a good connection to, did some impressive things, got them promoted to the Championship, kept them up as a part-time team, deserves a lot of credit for that. Yeah,
fantastic. I think he really did. Again, similar to what Ian McCall did at Ayr United with Alloa Athletic, Jim Goodwin did a lot of good things with them. I think he brought them up to the Championship. Yeah. They maybe just didn't quite have the resources that Ayr United had to establish themselves in the Championship. But certainly, yeah, quite an iconic spell for for the Irishman at Alloa.
Great accent as well.
Great accent, yeah.
Right, next team, we're going to move up one division once again, and we're going to say St Johnstone.
Now, Callum, this is where the debate is. I don't actually know where we're going with this.
No. So we are split between Callum Davidson and Tommy Wright.
We are.
And
maybe we'll just remain split.
I think Tommy Wright has to get it.
Now, you said to me before, you said Tommy Wright, and I scoffed. Because I thought, how could anybody else... Callum Davidson's got to be number one of all time for St Johnstone because he won a League Cup and Scottish Cup double. However, we looked into it further. We discussed it further, and actually, Tommy Wright won the Scottish Cup with St Johnstone, and this was a St Johnstone that didn't have the success before that Tommy Wright had built for Callum Davidson to sort of take over from.
Yeah, winning the double is possibly the most iconic achievement you could have at a club the size of St Johnstone. But Tommy Wright, 7 years at the helm as well, laid down the foundation for Callum Davidson. Tommy Wright, I think he deserves that little bit of respect.
Yeah, I feel
Callum Davidson might agree.
I think he would actually.
For his old gaffer, yeah.
He seems like Callum Davidson's a good guy. Both good guys.
Yeah,
I think Callum Davidson would probably say Tommy Wright, but I laughed at you at first. I thought, terrible shout, but actually, I think you're right. So Tommy Wright it is.
Congratulations. And our final team, I said congratulations like Tommy Wright's listening. Our final team, Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, can he kick a jelly bean? Derek McInnes.
Has to be.
It has to be. He's about to become more of a legend, I think, in Tynecastle than he is up at Pittodrie. But he sort of brought sustained success to Aberdeen. I think he got their first trophy in 30 years, was it? With the 2014 League Cup. Sort of transformed their fortunes, made them the second force in Scotland for many a year, and was brought great success up to the dung heap. Yeah, it just goes to show. I think Aberdeen fans complained a lot of the time that Derek McInnes was in charge, and then who did he get replaced by? It was it Stephen Glass? Was it Stephen Glass? Or who was it that was working for Atlanta out in that was Stephen Glass. Stephen Glass, I think it was Stephen Glass. Anyway, spent a lot of time complaining about Derek McInnes, and it shows the grass isn't always greener, because you see the job he's gone in and done at Hearts. Not to say he did the exact same thing at Aberdeen, he's done a better job at Hearts, but obviously just had them as a consistent force up there, and I don't think there's actually anyone else that really competes with this. Jimmy Tulline, Scottish Cup winner. It's true, actually that's a fair point. Jimmy Tulline did what Derek McInnes couldn't, but Derek McInnes got the League Cup, so I think just consistently had them as a force at the top end of the table. Derek McInnes is our final pick in this challenge. We'll give it to Dale. We'll give it to Dale. Right, Fraser, that brings another episode of Joga Bonito to an end. Oh, wow, it's been a big... I need to go and lie down in a dark room, Callum. And after a week off, that's a lot of Scottish football we've just discussed there, but I've loved every moment of it. I have. I feel it's been an interesting one this week. We've not been treated to a huge amount of football in recent times. A lot of games getting called off. A lot of games getting called off. A lot of Premiership. Even Dundee United have played about one game of football in the last 3-4 weeks. Ayr United have played about one game of football in the last. There's a debate to be had about whether or not Scottish football teams should have a plastic pitch. Oh, well, you're getting into this last minute of the podcast. I don't want to do that. But all I will say is that I do quite enjoy the irony of St Johnstone voting to get rid of plastic pitches in the Scottish Premiership and then having the game called off 3 times in a row and having to rely on Falkirk to finally play their game. It is beautiful irony. That is, and then losing it. Even better. I wonder if it had been at McDermott Park, would Ayr United have lost that shootout? Who knows? But it's been a bit of a shame because there's not been as much football of late. But we're nearly through this winter period, and hopefully, we definitely are going to be treated to some running. But I'm excited. I've got a £5 on Motherwell. You've put your money where your mouth is. I did. I'm excited by it. I just hope those 3 teams just slip up a wee bit so they can bring Motherwell in. I'd love it to be a 4-horse race. I'm getting greedy now. I'm buzzing that it's a 3-horse race, but I think Motherwell deserve it to be a 4-horse race, and I hope it is because those post-split fixtures will be absolutely phenomenal if it becomes a 4-horse race. It'll be phenomenal anyway, but particularly if it becomes a 4-horse race. I cannot wait. So
no, I'm buzzing for it across all the divisions. It's going to be a very entertaining end to the season, and you'll get all the latest news and updates on it right here.
Mostly.
Joga Bonito, and just vibes otherwise. Just talking about the vibes of things, really. So hopefully it does warm up so we can get these games on.
Exactly. BBC, they'll probably have more up-to-date latest news, but we will be hot on their tails, and we'll sprinkle it.
We'll give you the secondary news.
We'll sprinkle some nice challenges over it.
The sloppy seconds, yeah. We'll listen to the BBC podcast daily, get the information from that, and then do a fun little challenge at the end. So rehash it about as much expert analysis,
But that's what all us content creators do, we dip in.
That's the cycle. So
we inspire each other. So
right, I feel like you've got a few rants inside of you there. So I think plastic pictures, content creation, that's plenty. I think we could bring an end to this episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It's been a pleasure to be back. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. And Fraser, hopefully we're back next week again.
Already, man. Callum,
fools.
If you're watching again and you've not liked and subscribed, get it. That's what I do.
Jog on. If you got this far in the podcast and you haven't even subscribed, jog on. Find another podcast.
We're on the road to 500. Have you seen that?
500. Buzzing.
I know that's to our fans that might not seem like a lot, but to us,
that's the dream.
That is a milestone. We're less than 20 away from 500. So
well, let's smash it then.
On YouTube, that is.
Right. Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Come on, guys.
And we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Right. Well, goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Are you going to say your line?
Ta-ra. Joga Bonito is finito.
Finito.